A new suppressor case has been filed today in Illinois. Let's go ahead and talk about it. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving day, and I hope you got to spend time with your family and friends. I know I did. Today, we are brought to you by Lear Capital. Lear Capital is the gold standard in precious metals with over $3 billion in trusted transactions. They are the company that you want to go to if you want to buy physical gold and silver. And right now, you can get your free investor's guide to gold and silver by calling 1-800-741-0551. That's 1-800-741-0551 and asking about their Lear Advantage IRA. Right now, if you sign up, you can get up to $15,000 in bonus silver and free shipping on your first order. Lear Capital is a conservative-based company that supports shows like mine. So give them a call at 1-800-741-0551, 1-800-741-0551, or check out the link below in the description. Today, we're going to be talking about what is going on in Illinois and a case brought to you by our friend, the machine gun lawyer, Stamboulieh, who is representing Larry Morse and Theodore Ray Buck Jr. These two men would love to own a suppressor in Illinois. Illinois does have a law against ownership of suppressors. Apparently, they think that they are an item for assassins or something like that instead of a method of protecting our hearing. In fact, both guys are hunters, and they would love to hunt with a suppressor, but since suppressors are illegal, they cannot hunt with them. Now, in this case, Stephen is insinuating that a suppressor is a firearm, which a lot of you might disagree on. But let me go ahead and tell you why it's important that it is considered a firearm. Firearms have certain protections afforded to them by the Second Amendment. And even though the Second Amendment is more than just guns, by making a suppressor a firearm, it is more likely to get coverage than not. The plaintiffs reference several cases throughout their complaint, and you guys are pretty smart, so I'm guessing that you will probably know the cases that they reference. One being Heller, which protects firearms that are in common usage. And you cannot say a suppressor is not in common usage because hundreds of thousands are sold every year. The second case is Bruin, and they go more in depth on Bruin, where it states that there is no historical analog to ban suppressors, and there's definitely nothing in the text to ban suppressors. Courts in the past have upheld suppressor bans by applying the two-step test, intermediate scrutiny, which is no longer a thing now that Bruin said that it can't be. Thomas said the Second Amendment rights are not a second-class right, for example, and you cannot apply intermediate scrutiny to the Second Amendment. So the plaintiffs argue that the law runs afoul of Bruin in that case. It also takes umbrage to the fact that Illinois is trying to say suppressors are a tool of bad guys. It points out that suppressors used in crimes are very, very low. In fact, to get a suppressor, you have to go through more background checks and a longer process than to get a handgun. You have to pay a $200 tax, and it takes like a year. According to Silencer Shop, which provided me with this awesome All I Want for Christmas is My Form 4 shirt, they are saying right now the average rate to get a suppressor through e-forms is 800 days, which is up from 200 days. So it's not a quick process, and you have to go through a lot of different hoops, submitting fingerprints, mugshots, background checks, everything else. So it's not a tool for criminals. The plaintiffs also point out that it is used to protect hearing. For example, if you hunt with a suppressor, you are less likely to get hearing damage because most hunters do not wear ear protections because they need to hear the game that they are hunting. The case highlights that the average gunshot is 140 decibels, which is way beyond the point where you get hearing damage. Decibels, without getting too sciencey, is not a fixed scale, meaning that the difference between 1 decibel and 2 decibels is not the same as the difference between 139 decibels and 140 decibels. The 139 to 140 range is a lot wider than the 1 to 2 range. So they point out that suppressors would drop the damage of hearing loss. The plaintiffs are asking for a summary judgment against the law and for the law to be knocked down. They're asking for a preliminary injunction against the law. And if the judge enjoins the plaintiffs, the law would get knocked down. Of course, Illinois would appeal that and it would go to the circuit court and then eventually the Supreme Court. But that is a long ways off. The first step is to win at the district level, and that's exactly what Stamboulieh and the plaintiffs are trying to do. So good luck, Stephen. Go get them, and I hope you guys win. All right, guys. I hope you enjoy the weekend. Hug a family member. I lost another friend yesterday from cancer, and yeah, it's kind of a bummer. But yeah, just hug a friend, hug a family member. Remember, your loved ones won't be here forever. So spend as much time as you can with them. All right, guys. I love you very much. Stay ever vigilant. Stay ever free. Keep in the fight. I am out of here. Wolverine's mother.